Hi, this is the first help video for Access Chapter 2, Guided Project 2-3. This movie will cover steps 1 through 4. First thing we need to do in SimNet in the assignment tile is download the start file, and we can download the solution if we want to refer to it. I am on Windows, so I made sure my toggle is on Windows. I'm going to go ahead and open the start file, and I'm going to enable that file. Let's bring it up here. All right, so we're done with step 1. Step 2, we're going to set some name ranges for the workbook. So we want to be on student loans, and we can tell we are because it's got the gradient look, not a solid look. We're going to select cells B5 through C8. So what we're going to do here is create from selection, meaning that what is the left label will become the name for these cells here. So this cell will be called loan underscore amount, loan underscore term, rate, and payment. So to do that, we're going to go to the Formulas tab, and then in this define name, we're going to drop down and, define name, create from selection, and the label that we want to use is in the left column. So we're going to go OK. So now if I click on this, look, all of these have the name of the label to the left. So we have that done. We're going to do the same thing for E5 through F7. Create from selection, left column, OK. Now these cells can be referenced by the label. If we click on Name Manager, we're going to see all of the names that we just created. That was a lot simpler than typing each name in. So if you have a label that you want a value to be known by, you can use the process that we just did. All right, so we're going to do a payment function. So look, we have some information here. The loan amount, how long the loan is, and the interest rate. So we can figure out what our payment's going to be, right? So that's the PMT function. So that is a financial function, PMT. 3 things we need to do. First thing, interest rate, 4.5, remember? And so look, it comes up rate because we named it, divided by 12. That gives us the periodic rate. The number of periods or number of payments, it is given to us in years. So we click on the time, so it says loan term times 12. So that shows we make, for a 5-year loan, we make 60 payments, right? Present value, we want this to, we're going to use this information later, so we want this to be negative, and then the amount of the loan. We leave the rest of these empty, and so right here you can see what our payment is going to be. So 186.43 is going to be our payment for our $10,000 loan over 5 years. So we have all of that done. 186.43, we are correct. So we want to verify or change this cell to accounting. So let's see, to match. Yeah, so look, see how the dollar sign's out at the edge, and this one it's floating because it's set as currency. So we want to set it to accounting. The dollar sign gets moved out as well as its location. So if I undo that, see how it's floating? Change it to accounting. These two now match, and we're good. All right, so let's look at step number 4. Create a total interest formula. So we want to click on F5. So let's read how we figure out the total interest. This value is calculated by multiplying the monthly payment amount by the total number of payments, and then from this amount you subtract the loan amount. So we're going to do, here's the amount we're writing our checks for. Here's how many years times 12. That derives an answer. We take that away. We take the loan amount away, and what's left is what you're paying in interest. So we're going to begin by typing an equal. We want to pick our payment amount, and we're multiplying that by our number of years times 12, because once again, we don't just write 5 checks. We write 5 times 12. And then we're going to subtract the loan amount. So this first part is figuring out how much total money you're writing a check for. 186.43 for 5 times 12 payments, or 60 payments. That comes up with the total. Then you subtract what is the money that you borrowed. Go ahead. So for the life of this loan, we are making interest payments of $1,185.81. That's the cost of borrowing this money. So step 4 is done. So on this one, it's not, we're not using a function for this one, but you have to think through what you want to do. So you're deriving how much money you're actually writing in checks or paying, and then you're taking away the money you borrowed, and what's left is the extra that you paid. Notice the formula made use of the names, which makes it so much more meaningful, right? Payment times loan terms times 12 minus loan amount. I mean, just looking at that, you can understand what that formula is instead of just seeing, C8 times and so on. All right, thank you.